Okay, so you've been at Paradise Park for an executive reset. Tell us about your journey. Where did it start? You heard about Paradise Park and then what?
So I heard about Paradise Park through Google. I'm originally from Houston, Texas. I just knew I was at a moment in time where I needed a reset, and I just started looking up different places that could possibly be that resource for me. It just so happens that I was coming to Atlanta for a leadership conference, and so I was able to at least give a bit more direction as to where I could possibly do some form of a retreat. And Paradise Park was that place for me, has been that place for me, has been more than I was ever expecting it to be. I feel like I walked in with openness. I'm leaving with gratitude. Of some things came up here that that were not even on my radar, but were just really laying dormant inside. Things that I thought I had processed or gotten over. Yeah, like this has been just a total cleansing from the inside out. From the sounds, if you can hear just the intentional sounds behind us, the healing that has taken place, the food, all of it has been wonderful.
So tell us about once you did sign up, or what even made you sign up, and then when you had your consult, what was that like? I mean, because it's a financial investment.
It is a financial investment, one that I'd never made before. One that this is probably the first time I've ever gone out of my way to choose self. But it was one that I was willing to invest in myself and invest in my future self for. And so that very first initial consult was completely different from what I've ever had before, because you poured into me and you asked me questions and really encouraged me to go deep. But even when it's easy to stay surface. And when you didn't allow me to stay surface, I didn't feel pushed or rushed. It was all met with grace and care, and allowed me to go deeper whenever I felt more comfortable, and also when just the natural rapport and connection that was developed through a Zoom call, through questionnaires, through intentional follow-ups, through like this whole process has been very, very just the amount of care, the amount of just intention behind all it from the first entry point. And for somebody who has never heard of this place before, as someone who was like, hey, you know what, I'm just gonna take a whim and go and meet a stranger and open my whole self up and be open to whatever growth is supposed to be, like, it has been absolutely that and more, because of the pace, because of the space, because of just all that is, like, it's an escape from reality. And I also know that I have to be very cautious. Like, I feel like I'm on the mountaintop right now, and I need to be very cautious about my re-entry when I get back into my reality, knowing that I've had this experience and no one else has had this experience. But like you said, I'm here at a higher frequency. I get to go in and enter spaces and create the energy that's in that space, versus taking on what may not be at a level that I want it to be at. And also, like, just putting safeguards around me so that I can remain at this higher level, versus it will be, I am certain it will be easy to just go back into my regular normal self. But true transformation requires discipline, and it also requires boundary setting and a little bit of trimming, and I'm okay with that. And before, I don't know if I was.
So that sounds like part of the transformation you're describing. Like, how would you describe this to someone who says, like, is it a spa? Is it a vacation place? What is it?
Okay, it's all of that and more. So it is a spa. It is When I say spa, I mean like the wonderful, is it Alicia? Alicia having a massage, a very, you can go to a massage therapist and they'll work your whole body, right? And not, that you check off the little form. It says, hey, where are your areas? But they don't stay on those areas. They have a whole list that they got to get through. She listened to me and she focused in on those areas that I said were, hey, these are my problem areas. It is a spa. It's a space of healing. The mother womb was, my daughter is now 9, and having gone through infertility and knowing what that process was like for several years of miscarriages and unsuccessful pregnancies, and even with the success that I have and the birth of my Rain, that's what her name is, like she was my gift, my heavenly gift from God was my Rain. But just the things that still existed and I may not have even tapped into, and I was able to heal from that and release that and reclaim my womb. And so that, yes, there was healing, there was restoration in we talked about what we fuel our bodies with and what we put in our system, and how the earth is all we need. Like if we just take the time to learn about all the things that are naturally coming from the earth and the herbs, and how we are so quick to run pharmaceutical and so quick to jump on the next fad, that we got it all right here if we just learn what we like, what's at our fingertips. And so I appreciate just the education piece. So that was more of education, of making me aware. We talked about some digestion challenges that I have, and how even going through various gastroenterologist doctors and being put on this medicine, now try this, to try this, and you're like, baby girl, we got this right here, right on the land, and these things can help you. And if you can, create that and make that be a part of your everyday regimen, you won't need to go and rely on medicine and become dependent on that. You can support your body in an all-natural, holistic way. Speaking of holistic, this is not just and I saw it on on one of the flyers. We think of holistic as HOLISTIC, but that W is on the front of that. Like, this place is all-encompassing, whole body transformation. I feel like there was nothing that didn't meet the mark. From the food, y'all, girl. And I'm not even vegan, but everything that we had was so good, so flavorful, so healthy. I had a dessert that it was so good.
You was like, ooh.
Yes. From having purple sweet potatoes to sweet potatoes to mushrooms to, so like, if anyone is ever in a space where you want to take yourself and reward yourself for the hard work that you've done in life, or if you just need a break from everyday traffic, everyday noise, everyday whatever your everyday thing is that you are continuing to go through, and you just want to take a pause on yourself and give yourself a favor and say, you know what, I'm gonna bless me and I'm gonna show up for me, this is where you can do that, and you will get all of that and more. And so I know this has been like a vision for you, and I know that you had a little bit of trepidation, right? There were some things that you were wrestling with, even starting up this whole Paradise Park, and I'm so grateful that you turned off that static and you listened to the voice of God that told you to put one foot in front of the other. And you may not be able to see all the answers or whatever is to come, but the fact that you have a listening ear tuned to Him, you are saving souls and you are saving lives from just this experience. And we are able to go back, restored, rebuilt, and go and continue to be our best selves to those who we show up for. So I say choose self, because it's worth it. don't get caught up on the price. Do not get caught up on the price. That is going to be the thing that will talk you out of it. But I can tell you that that's not the decision that you want to make. You want to invest in yourself, and I think that's because we are so used to not investing in ourselves and always giving for others. But this one is well worth it, so then you can go and give back more to others.
Thank you for that, man. Thank you for that.